What's going on, Satoshi Warriors? Seamus here, back from Seamus's Crypto Lounge. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges and what the heck they have to do with cryptocurrency. And just to preface this video, I remember when I first started learning about cryptocurrency and trading cryptocurrency, I would watch all these YouTube videos about content creators saying, I have these coins and they're going to 10, 20, 30x, and I would want to buy them because I wanted those gains. And so I would go on my Coinbase exchange and none of the coins were on there. So that led me to need to learn about decentralized exchanges and how they have all kinds of different cryptocurrencies that Coinbase, Binance, Robinhood, all these exchanges didn't have. So if at any point you find this video useful, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And with that being said, let's get started. So what is a decentralized exchange? It is a completely decentralized, meaning there is no central entity controlling this sort of these transactions. It is a decentralized exchange platform. And so that means it is a peer-to-peer exchange. And one of the biggest pros of this is there's no intermediary needed, and there's no one who is controlling your cryptocurrency when you're trying to exchange it. And it also allows for pure self-custody. But after that brief intro, let's talk about centralized exchanges. So what is a centralized exchange? A centralized exchange is just that. It's a cryptocurrency exchange platform where you can exchange crypto, but it is mediated by a centralized company. And so that means that these companies can, at their whim, withhold all trades. And as you may have heard a couple years ago, Robinhood during the Wall Street Bets trading bonanza, they did withhold trading at certain points, and so that is the power that these different companies have. And also, like you might have heard, FTX, there was a big collapse of FTX and a lot of people lost their funds, and that wouldn't have happened if they were using decentralized exchanges to purchase their crypto. So there are some pros to centralized exchanges. First of all, it's easy to convert fiat to crypto. And these centralized exchanges are a necessary step in converting fiat to crypto. So buying your first crypto, you will need to enroll into these centralized exchanges. Also, these exchanges have support teams, so you can call them if you're having any issues, and they can help you out. And also, generally, these exchanges do have lower transaction fees, and they're fixed transaction fees, whereas in decentralized exchanges, they're not fixed. But there are still some cons. One of the biggest cons for me is not all cryptocurrencies are on centralized exchanges. And this is because it does take time and money to enlist every crypto that is on these exchanges. And they also don't want such volatile, low market cap cryptocurrencies on these centralized exchanges. And another con, as I said earlier, intermediaries are involved, and so that means centralized people who have power over your crypto are able to make decisions about your crypto. And even though there are support teams, it's still very risky, especially when holding crypto on exchanges, and you've seen that with, as I said earlier, FTX, when they basically went bankrupt, and also with Robinhood a couple years ago when they withheld all trading. And okay, so here are some pros to using a decentralized exchange. Almost all cryptocurrencies are available for trade, depending on the ecosystem. And what I mean by this is each different ecosystem, so for example, Ethereum, Cardano, they all have their own decentralized exchanges, and Binance is another example. And so you're only allowed to, you're only able to trade between certain coins in the ecosystem. But since Ethereum is such a large ecosystem, you really will not have much trouble finding exchanges between different cryptos. Another pro is there's no intermediary. It is all community sourced and community funded, and the program that the decentralized exchange is running on is autonomous, and this is a branch of DeFi, decentralized finance. So it's no one person has all the power, and this leads to more self-custody and power as an individual. So there's also community support in terms of providing liquidity. People are putting their crypto up for exchange, for trade, and this is a way that you can attain yield farming, or basically interest on putting your crypto up for exchange. And another pro is you can purchase coins before they are listed on a centralized exchange, and if you're able to get a bag of a small cap cryptocurrency before it's listed on Binance, Coinbase, there is usually a large pump, especially because a lot of people will just buy a new coin right when it's listed, and there's just a lot of hype around that sort of event. Also, you can do this completely anonymously, so there's no KYC when you're buying or when you're getting into Coinbase, for example. You need to send a picture of your ID, put your social security number in. None of this is needed when you're trading on these decentralized exchanges, and you have complete self-custody, so you own all of your crypto. And Uniswap and SushiSwap, these are the couple images I have up. Those are some of the top examples of decentralized exchanges. So there are a few cons to using decentralized exchanges. The first is transaction fees, and this comes from high network traffic. So if there's a lot of people that are trying to buy or trade crypto or use, for example, the Ethereum ecosystem, this means that the fees will be higher in order to, you pay money to get your transaction at the top of the queue. So if there's a lot of people trying to be in that queue, you need to pay more money to get to the top of the queue. Also, there's no centralized support. Okay, well, one more thing on the transaction fees. So the transaction fees are only high when there are a lot of people using the ecosystem. So the transaction fees will be lower when you're buying, especially if you're buying now in this bear market, this transitory market. But it does make it hard when you're trying to sell, when there's a lot of hype and everything's going up and up. You will have to pay more money, but usually if you're buying these smaller cap coins, the multiple X's will outweigh the fees that you will have to pay. So as I was saying before, there is no centralized support system, so you are kind of on your own here, and you just have to do more research, and that leads me into my next point, where there is a higher learning curve and barrier to entry. And finally, there are longer transaction times, and you have no insurance with your crypto. So you really do have to be careful, but it can lead to much bigger gains when you're buying these smaller cap coins. So what are some of the top DEXs? We have Uniswap, SushiSwap, and PancakeSwap. Uniswap and SushiSwap are both on the Ethereum ecosystem, and PancakeSwap is on the Binance ecosystem. And there are a few for Cardano. I know SundaySwap is another one, but the Cardano ecosystem is still sort of being developed. I know that Charles Hoskinson, one of the founders of Cardano, is really trying to do a thorough job, and so that is kind of making things take a long time. But that is another ecosystem decentralized exchange. So let's just quickly go over to uniswap.com. Okay, so this is what the Uniswap website looks like. And so what you will need to do is you'll need to attach a decentralized wallet. And so what you're going to do is you're going to basically send your Ethereum from your centralized exchange over to over to your decentralized wallet, and then you can hook that up, and then say we want to buy Rook. I don't have my wallet connected, but then you can put in however much ETH you want, and then it will basically give you the best price, and then connect your wallet, press enter, and as you can see here, the gas price is only $2.98, but that's because the gas fees are very low, only 12 right now. I've seen them up as high as 200, and the prices are really high when they get up to that. But it's all worth it when you're playing with these lower cap coins. So that's all I have for today. If you found this video useful, please remember to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.